Oh, hi guys! Today we're gonna learn about magnets. Magnets can be seen in our houses, especially in the refrigerator. And if you want to learn more about on what are magnets, let us listen to Mr. Marley Santiago.
What are magnets? Magnets are pieces of metal which are able to attract anything that's made up of iron, nickel, or anything as an iron. There are two different kinds of magnets, electromagnet and the permanent magnet. Electromagnet are the temporary magnet that usually rely on electric current to attract, while permanent magnet do not need an electric current to attract. It has its own electric field.
Very well said, Mr. Santiago. Next is we're gonna talk about on how magnets work, and it's gonna be explained by Mr. Twaño.
In everyday life, there are a lot of objects that use magnets. Magnets can be found in the simplest or most complex devices you use every day, from home appliances such as the refrigerator, microwave, and electric fan, to your company's office equipment such as computers and printers. All these devices use magnets. So here I have three magnets came from our old CPU. So magnets have two poles, North Pole and South Pole. The North Pole of one magnet will repel and push away the North Pole of another magnet. It does not stick to it. The South Pole will repel another South Pole. So North and South Poles are attracted to each other. Always attracts. So the two North Poles always repel and does not stick to it. It's
That's a nice explanation, Mr. Twaño. And guys, if you want to learn more about on how magnets work, let us listen to Mr. Ean Sabar.
So, how do magnets work? A magnet is any object that produces its own magnetic field that interacts with other magnetic fields. The magnetic field is represented by field lines that start at a magnet's north pole and at the end of the south pole. So here we have an example of a magnet through a charger where we can determine which is the north and south pole. So when attached to a metal, it would just stick. Here we have some other examples of magnet, which are refrigerator magnets. As you can see here, they both have magnets, but we also can determine which is the north and south since they get easily attracted to each other. But here we have a different one, which we would particularly know that both could be south or both could be north because they're they repel each other. So basically, ref magnets are they have the magnetic field created by the fridge magnet aligns the spins of unpaired electrons in metal atoms in the fridge in such way that the magnet and the fridge doors are attracted to each other. This force keeps the magnet stuck to the fridge. See, it's pretty connected with the fridge. So when we do this, it gets attracted, but since there, only for a short time because the one of the magnet is heavy.
Next is we're gonna talk about types of magnets and their differences and the poles of magnets, explained to us by Mr. Bernard Sisante.
So there are three types of magnets: temporary magnet, permanent magnets, and electromagnets. The temporary magnets become magnetized in the presence of a magnetic field. They are called temporary magnets because they're only magnets in a certain time. And permanent magnets, as what they're called, they're permanent. They are magnets naturally. They came from Earth. And lastly, electromagnets. They are magnets that created by running an electrical current through a coil with a metal core. The energized coil creates a magnetic field When the current is shut off, the magnetic field disappears. And lastly, there are two poles in the magnet. First is the south pole and the north pole.
Ooh, nice explanation, guys. And to summarize it all, a magnet is a device that emits an external magnetic field. It applies a force that are capable of attracting iron, nickel, and cobalt. Magnets have two poles, the north and south. Opposite poles attracts, and the same poles repel. Around its magnetic field are its lines of force exit the magnet from its north pole and enter its south pole. Permanent or hard magnets create their own magnetic field, while temporary or soft magnets create its magnetic field while in the presence of another magnetic field, and also creates its own while after existing the field. And that's all, guys. Bye bye and thank you.